Hey guys, it's Caleb from Rokblokz. Today in the shop we have this 2025 Ford Expedition. We got the Tremor package in just because it's awesome. But today we got a new mud flap kit, so let's go ahead and show you how to install it. Here we have the tools laid out that you'll need for install. Today we'll be using an 1/8" Allen, a 7/32 socket with a ratchet, a Phillips head 3, a Phillips head 2, a flathead or a pry tool to help pop out some of the inserts, and a level. Here we have the front laid out. What you'll get in your kit is your main flat for that corner. You'll get your front mount plate and then the hardware. We'll go ahead and put a breakdown of that hardware on the screen right now. Before we head to the vehicle, we're going to go ahead and pre-assemble our mount plate simply by taking our flange dome nuts and pressing those into the hex-shaped holes on our mount plate. We're going to press those in from the same side as the etching. And now we're good to head to the vehicle and begin installing. Here we are at the front fender. We're going to begin by removing the OEM insert here and the OEM screw here. To remove the screw, it's just a 7/32 socket. We've already pre-loosened ours. That's pretty simple there. And then we've already pre-popped out our insert here, but you just take your flathead. There's like a little groove within the clip. Get underneath that head, pop it out, and then you can remove the whole thing. We'll go ahead and set those to the side. We will be reusing the OEM screw. Now we're going to go ahead, pull our liner out, take our red nylon clip. We're going to slide that over the lower mount hole right here and align that with the hole in the mounting flange. Then we'll tuck our liner back and get that aligned with that hole as well. I like to take my screw and just put that through the liner here just to help hold it in place while we put in our mount plate back here. Now we're going to take our mount plate. I'm going to take that and we're going to orient it so that the etching faces the liner. We're going to push that behind the metal fender's edge. We're going to align this upper hole with the OEM hole here, so that way our screw, when we get to it, we can take that OEM screw and tuck that back through the mount plate. Just get in your way here for a quick second. Now I'm going to take that OEM screw, put that up through the fender, going through our mount plate and back into the OEM location. Just a little bit of adjustment, but we'll get that going. That started by hand. Now I'm going to take my 7/32 socket with a ratchet. And I'm going to tighten down that OEM screw. That starts to snug up. We're going to grab our mount plate and adjust it so that these nuts are just barely shown so that you can still put your screw into them. You don't want it tucked behind the fender's edge, otherwise it'll be hard to get to, so just have it barely sticking out and visible from the front. And then you can go ahead and fully tighten down this upper screw, locking your mount plate into place. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our flap. We're going to grab our 3/4 inch number 10 machine screws with washers, and we're going to get those going ahead with our screw still in here. We can slide it through our flap because there's no washer yet. And then we'll align the other 2 screws with the flange nuts in the mount plate. And we're going to go ahead and get those started by hand as well. Now with both those 3/4 inch screws started, we're going to go ahead and remove our lower screw here and put a washer on it. You'll want to be careful and just get these started by hand without putting too much pressure on them, just so that way you don't accidentally popped that flange nut out of the mount plate. But if you just kind of turn them by hand, they'll catch a few threads, and then the rest will go in nice and easy. Now we're going to put our washer on our bottom screw here. We'll go ahead and get that started. We can take our Phillips head 2-bit, go ahead and get that snugged up just a bit. With that snug, but still able to allow us to move the flap, we can go ahead, check along the bottom with a level. Get it set to where we want. There's also some in and out adjustment. You can set it to where you like. Once you get it to where you like, go ahead and fully tighten down all your screws. That's up to that one, and then we throw on so we are on machine screws. With those fully tightened down, that completes the front install. You can repeat these same steps on the other side. Now let's go ahead and jump to the rear. Here we have the rear laid out. What you'll get in your kit is your main flap for that corner and then the hardware. We'll go ahead and put a breakdown of that hardware on the screen right now. Now let's head to the vehicle and begin installing. Here we are at the rear of the vehicle. We're going to begin by removing the factory inserts here, 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 and here, all along the rear bumper. To do so, you'll just take your pry tool, pop the center, and then you'll be able to take your pry tool again, get underneath the head, just pop them out. And we can take those, set those to the side. We're going to open up the fender liner, and over all of the holes that we just removed rivets from, we're going to place a metal clip over all of them. So I'm going to take our clips. To make it easier, I like to take my pry tool or my flathead, kind of work it in between the clip, and just ever so slightly open it up, so that way they slide onto the panel easier. We're going to align the hole in the clip with the hole in the panel. And we're just going to repeat that for all of the holes. You'll want the side with the little tail to face the inside of the bumper, and you want the flat surface on the front here. With all those in place, we can now return the liner. Now with the liner back in its original location, we're going to grab our flap, a 1-inch screw with a washer. We're going to start with the lower mount hole in the flap right here. I'm going to put that through, and we're just going to thread that into that clip, starting it by hand. That'll support our flap. Now we can work our way up the fender. Now we're going to take our Phillips head 3 screwdriver, and we're going to lightly snug down all of our screws, just enough that it holds tension on the flap, but we can still move it around. And now we're going to grab our level, check along the bottom for level, adjust our flap to our liking, get it just where we want, and now we're going to tighten down the outer 4 screws. Now with our outer 4 screws locked down and our flap in place, we can take our last screw and we can use the inner mount point here as a guide to take our screw and puncture a hole through the liner on the back side. Now we're going to take our clip, slide it up on our liner over our puncture mark there. Just work it up into place. Now we can return to the top and secure it. For this final hole, we're going to take our longer 1.25" screw with a washer, and we're going to place our material spacer behind the flap, between the flap and the liner, and then we're going to screw into that clip that we placed on the liner. Now that started by hand, we can take our Phillips head screwdriver and just fully thread that in. And we'll fully tighten down that screw as well. With that final screw fully tightened down, that completes the rear install. You can repeat these same steps on the other side. Thanks for watching.